Da, 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 da. The king is here. He's back. Curly Daddy 101 is posting again on YouTube. This is the 5th comeback he's made this year. Hi guys. It's been a while since I've last posted on YouTube. I haven't been posting consistently. I'm really sorry about that. My life has been absolutely crazy. I'm in a musical right now. However, that's now slowing down for me, so I'm going to be able to start posting and hopefully streaming again. And also, that's all calming down. However, I might be in another musical soon, so, maybe I'll stop posting. But for now, I at least have a few months where I can get posting and being consistent on social media again. So I'm happy to be back. Those of you that are still here, thank you for being here. And what better way to get back into the YouTube groove, into the posting grind, than reacting to some typical TikTok bull crap. Me, I'm usually the guy reacting to stupid videos and giving my 2 cents on them, even though nobody asked. And this thing is no different. Today we're reacting to a video from a creator who is responding to another creator. So it's like reactionception. Somebody might react to this video, and then it'll be more reactionception. But we got a video here where a chick who is, I'm just going to guess from the face shape, also a little obese herself, is responding to a chick who is talking about plus-sized models. Except the models really aren't plus-sized. They're like plus-sized, as in, well, you'll see in the video how just morbidly obese this model is. But yeah, let's get into the video.
But there is something clearly wrong with the woman on the right.
TikTok. One of these people is morbidly obese. Can you guess which one? Well, I know this may come as a shock, but it's the person on the right. The person who's looks morbidly obese. Yeah, it's not hard to tell if someone's morbidly obese. You just look at them. Somebody being a little chunky, a person can be a little chunky and still be healthy. However, this is a little more than a little chunky. This is obese to the point where it's taking a toll on your heart and your organs. Personally, I don't see the point in having someone that is, that obese as a model other than just to get reactions, which this modeling campaign has definitely gotten reactions. I guess they say any publicity is good publicity, but man, this is, people are reacting, but not in the way they might have been hoping for. Anyways, let's continue watching the video.
Not saying that she's not worthy and deserving of love, because
of course, everybody's worthy and deserving of love, no matter what they're going through. And by the way, I don't immediately look at a fat person that's morbidly obese and I'm like, you terrible person! Because, if this was like a photo of them working out, then I would be like, oh, like this person's trying to, better themselves and better their health and better their lives, and I think that would be great. However, I don't think this person is doing that based off of some other information we know about the models and the lifestyle and the way in which they're promoting this. Basically trying to normalize being morbidly obese, not saying it's something that you should try to overcome, which is... You should try to overcome being morbidly obese. Google all of the complications that come with being morbidly obese, because if I said them all, this would be a 30-minute video. Anyways.
She is. But she's unhealthy. She can hardly fit in her freaking shoe.
Holy cow. This is worse than morbidly obese. This is like the people from WALL-E kind of obese. Like, how can she stand up?
Shoes. Why on earth?
She can't stand up. She's leaning on the other people. She can't even stand up.
Would we promote people walking around and looking like this? And it's honestly mean to say that someone is beautiful and all this stuff when it's like we're literally lying to them and making them think that it's okay to be that way when it's really not, because it's hurting their health and it's shortening their lives. If you really care about people, you tell them the truth.
Here's a point-by-point breakdown on why everything that creator said is not okay and wrong.
I doubt this is going to be a very insightful video, but...
To start,
okay.
You cannot determine someone's health just by how they look.
Yes, you can. You absolutely can determine someone's health just by how they look. If they're morbidly obese, if their fat is hanging 3 feet below their waistline because they're so fat that they have to tuck it into a girdle or underwear or whatever that was, then yes, you are morbidly obese. And you can tell by looking at someone. Look, not all unhealthy people are obese, but all obese people are unhealthy. Okay?
Someone, thin or fat, could be experiencing suicidal ideation or other mental health struggles, could be addicted to something, could have really high cholesterol or low bone density or too high of a resting heart rate. They might have a chronic illness or other autoimmune disease.
But that's not what her original video is about. Her original video is saying, you're morbidly obese, you're unhealthy. She's not saying, well, the other 2 girls could have depression or they could have low iron. That doesn't have anything to do with the fact that she's morbidly obese. She's morbidly obese.
Thin people could have type 2 diabetes and high blood pressure. And while no one owes you health, only thin people are assumed to be healthy and thus...
Because being thin is healthy. You know, being relatively thin, not too thin, obviously, but it is. And that's an ignorant statement to say that it's not fair to say only thin people are assumed healthy, because they are! Because they are healthy! Most of the time. You know, I'm not saying all the time, you know, you could, hey, I can't just look at you and give you a medical diagnosis. I can look at someone who's morbidly obese and say you're morbidly obese, and you definitely have complications from that. 100% of the time.
Left alone. But they might not be healthy, and that's fine, especially given our lack of access to affordable, quality healthcare. Also, some people are their healthiest when they're fat. There are a million reasons that people are fat, but...
I mean, that's true in the case of if you have to take medications that make you gain a little weight. But I feel like if you take a look at I mean, do I have to go back to the video of that she can't even fit in her own shoes? It's affecting your quality of life. It's not okay to be unhealthy.
Some include going on antidepressants and other genetic factors that just mean they have a higher set weight than others might, and now they're finally, for the first time ever, maybe not hyper-restricting anymore. Additionally, just existing in your body isn't promoting anything about your body.
But she's not existing in her body. She's posing for a model photo shoot. I actually have the definition of model pulled up here from Google. And if you go to model, noun, and if you go to the definition of model that isn't about the 3D small model, it is a system or thing to be used as an example to follow or imitate. I don't know about you, but I don't want people to follow the path of being morbidly obese. This morbidly obese woman, I assume it's a woman. You never know these days, though. It's, you know, she's posing as a model. So when you pose as a model, you are trying to set a beauty standard or you know, trying to be somebody that's desirable to look at and other girls want to look like them or whatever. And that's not, you don't want to be obese, you know? But carry on, I guess.
Body. So if you think that the woman on the right deserves love and safety and everything else you claim to think, don't you think she also deserves the right to have a job?
No. Is that a controversial thing to say? I don't think if you're ugly and obese, which, you know, I guess being ugly is subjective, but being obese isn't. I don't think if you fit the qualifications to be a model, then you should be a model. Now, I can't help that the modeling agency hired her and took a picture of her, you know, that happened, and I can't stop that from happening, and I don't want to stop that from happening because I don't want to, limit free speech or whatever, but I am allowed to have a reaction to it and to say that this is gross and not something to be looked up to, you know? Just like you're allowed to have an opinion, the woman making the original video is allowed to have an opinion, and so am I. So yeah.
Regardless of what industry that's in, modeling or otherwise, Because the most political thing about fatness being visible in brand campaigns right now is the fact that we haven't seen more of it before. Because fat people have always existed and we have discriminated against them.
Fat people haven't existed near as long. Because they die earlier. Because they are morbidly obese. And it's not okay to be morbidly obese.
They're just existing. They're not promoting being fat.
The definition of model would say otherwise.
And finally, the most reliable explanation scientists have right now for what makes fat people less healthy than skinny people is the abuse they undergo. The fact that they are paid tens of thousands of dollars less per year than their straight-sized counterparts. The fact that they're harassed in the street, not being able to find clothing that fits or sit at a restaurant or fit in an MRI machine to get preventative scans that you need. It's the discrimination that makes fat people unhealthy, nothing else.
Not the high cholesterol, not the extreme toll that it takes trying to pump blood through your fat body, not the stress on the organs, not the fact that you are about 4 times more likely to have a stroke. And, I can pull it up. I can Google it. Google is free. All right, let's go to the CDC since people trust the CDC, I guess. I don't. They ran out of communist China. All right. This is what obese people are at risk for. Death, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, coronary heart disease, stroke, gallbladder disease, whatever that is, sleep apnea and breathing problems, many types of cancer, just a low quality of life, mental illness such as clinical depression, anxiety, or other mental disorders. Now, that could be a tribute of bullying and stuff, sure. That's pretty low on the list. And here are all the sources if you want to see that. So, point by point, most of your points are wrong. But why am I surprised by a woman whose TikTok name handle is Feminfits?
So actually, unsolicitedly telling fat people the cold hard truth, as this creator suggests, makes fat people's health worse.
I don't know if it can get any worse. Can it get any worse? I feel like if it gets worse, this person's just gonna fall over and die. Anyways. Look, man. Like I said before, it's okay to be a little chunky. But I do think there's a line, and I do think it is being crossed, having someone that morbidly obese being a model. I don't think that's something that other people should look up to, and I don't think that's a body type that other people should try to get to become a model. People are allowed to give their opinions. I'm giving mine, she gave hers, and the original creator gave theirs. Now you, the person watching these videos, just has to decide for themselves. What do you think? Do you even care? To be honest, I don't really care that much. It's just some of the points the person in the video said were just absolutely wrong. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm happy to be back posting on YouTube, reacting to these videos. If you guys have any videos you want me to react to give my 2 cents on, put them in the comments below or send them to me on TikTok or Instagram or whatever. Follow me on all the socials. Subscribe on my YouTube if you haven't already. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Peace.